Hello, welcome to Osas 5 Minutes with Zach. Alright, so I hope you like my last video. Always like, comment, and always share with others also. Right, today we have a guest, which I believe is our fourth guest, and as regards this session, right? So, which his name is Osas, he's an expert within Microsoft Teams. So we're having a quick question and answer session with him, which is going to give us insight and which is going to benefit administrators and also going to benefit users. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'll just proceed with the first question for Osas, right, for our guest. So Osas, yeah, so I think I've been hearing about Teams Premium, quite, but we've been having some doubt. Okay, What's the difference between Teams Premium and the normal Teams which is being purchased, right? So can you just throw more some light to this, please, and let us know what is new about this? Thank you.
All right. Hi, Zach. Nice to be here. So, regarding the new Teams premium license and just the basic Teams, so with the Copilot, the AI coming into play, so Teams is kind of integrated to the next level. So teams for individuals hosting teams meeting to be assisted in their teams. So now you don't have to miss any part of your meeting. So you can join a meeting in the middle of the meeting, then you can get a recap of what is going on. So basically, the Teams Premium gives you the additional feature for Teams, like the AI nodes, like the mentions. So with the Teams Premium, you cannot see when somebody asked you in the meeting or called your name in the meeting when somebody shared a screen in the meeting. So you can skip to this instead of watching a whole bunch of 1 hour videos or 1 hour meeting. So you can also see this feature. So you can also know when an individual spoke in the meeting or made suggestions. So it lists out the names compared to the traditional Teams meeting when you get to just listen to everyone or know have to watch the full video before knowing what somebody said. But for with the Teams Premium, you can decide to skip to the HRO part, the CEO parts, just like that. So you can just have a recap of what happened in the meeting instead of having a full bunch of 1 hour. So I don't know if I'm permitted to share my screen, so I can just show you.
Yeah, sure. You can share your screen. So while you're sharing your screen, so that means apparently what you're saying that for maybe people that take a meeting minutes of the meeting, to be easier for them to to translate or to relate to be able to transcribe what they've done in the meeting easily. So they'll be able to like probably pick each and everybody which I've mentioned in the meeting, go there, have a quick summary of what has been said within that meeting, instead of having to listen to the whole video before trying to transcribe to be able to draft out and summarize what has happened during the meeting. Oh, am I correct, Osas?
Yes, that's correct. This is a whole new level for uh, secretaries, people that write minutes of meetings. So this is a whole new level and help for them. So you don't have to listen, uh, bog your ear with a lot of conversation. So you can skip to know and summarize. Like if you see my screen, there's a section where we have the notes, AI notes, then the automations, then the transcript. So basically, the Teams feature, the Teams Premium features gives you this. So without the Teams Premium, your regular Teams, we just have the notes. So, but with the Premium, you have the AI notes. So with this, you can see how the AI generates the notes. What Serena said, what Daniela said, what Daniela said again. Then on the bottom here, you get to see speakers. So you see Mona. You see the time Mona spoke during the meeting. So you can decide to like, okay, I just want to hear what she said. So I just click. Then you can just hear what she said. Then you can look on the screen, you can see the art option. Then the meeting is broken into sections whereby you can see where a screen was shared, which is this, where you were at mentioned, stuff like that. So basically, the Teams Premium gives you these options to go about your meeting. Even after the meeting, there's also the video recording comes in play. So even if you are watching the recording after the meeting, you get to see these options also. And please note that before this is available, your meeting, you have to enable recording and transcription before you can see these AI notes. But meeting without recording and transcription turned on, these notes will not be available because the AI to use those recording to generate its notes. So you can get this after the meeting. You can also get it because if you look at the top here, it's called recap. So during the meeting, you can have like a brief summary, but after the meeting, that's when the recap comes in. So great job for from Microsoft, and thank you from the secretary aspect of things. We can now be fast about documenting notes. So I think that's pretty the summary of the Teams Premium.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for that. So before we move to the next question, right? Can you let us know which license is required, or how do you purchase the license to be able to enjoy this particular feature in question? Is it per user? Is it tenant wise? Is it a standalone license? Can you just tell us, please?
Okay, for this, the Teams Premium license is an add-on for any Microsoft Teams. So it's per individual. So it's not like a tenant wide. So you once you get this, you have to assign to each user you want to have this functionality. But mind you, as an organizer, if you have the Teams Premium license, everybody in the meeting will have this functionality. So you don't need to assign these Teams Premium to everyone in the meeting to have this. So once one person, which is the organizer, have this license assigned to him or herself, then by default, everybody in the meeting get to have the AI nodes and all the AI functionalities from Teams Premium. So once you have a base license, Teams, then the add-on comes available for you, which is the Teams Premium license.
Yeah, so are you saying that if I have let's say for instance I have 1,000 licenses count and I purchase just one out of that means anybody that joins the meeting actually have access to the AI notes, right?
Yes.
So
So as an
they
organizer,
all so
yeah.
am I benefiting from all the benefits as an for Teams Premium, or it's just based when it comes to the meeting part, which is to have the AI notes, but other benefits is not does not it's not doesn't have an influence as regards to other okay.
Yeah, there are other benefits like security, and with the Teams Premier also comes with some level of security and protection of your documents, file, content shared during the meeting. Who can access those contents after and during the meeting? So that's a different functionality that also comes with the Teams Premium. Because not just AI loads and every other thing, but there should be there's still another level of security minus the ordinary team. So I think during here you can also set those that can chat during the meeting. You can make these changes. Who can make chats? Who can view some specific document using the AI Teams Premium? You can also make these options available for the organizer to make changes on.
Okay, so thank you for that. So that's it's a really great solution from Microsoft, right? So so the next question will be I would like us to just throw some light as regards calling policies. So if
Okay.
I can question about calling policies, just give us a brief.
Okay. Basically, calling policy is a way of controlling how the calls are being routed out and in the organization. So basically, we have three type of calling methods used by Microsoft, which is the direct routing, operator connect, and the PSTN calling. So for the calling policy, this is basically how you want your users to access the calling features. So the calling features, basically, I'll just give a brief summary so we don't spend too much time. So under the calling policy, you can disable who you want to make calls, who you don't want to make calls. Like say you want the sales department to be able to make calls. You don't want the IT department or HR department not to make calls. You can make these changes. So if you want users to use the Teams web clients, let's say you want them some users to use the web browser for Teams and not the clients, you can use the calling policy to disable PSTN calling from the web browser and from the client also. Then also comes the busy on busy option, whereby as we are on this meeting now, a call can come in disrupting your meeting. But using busy on busy, you can decide to set when you are on the when you are in a meeting and you are busy, no calls should come in. So you can that option is also available for the calling policy. then who can record, then who can record calls. So basically, not just you can't just record only meetings anymore. Now we can record calls. We can also have the transcription for calls now available for the calling policy also. So we have the transcription, we have the live caption for calls also now. So you can also route calls to voicemail. So you can do this on the admin level. You can do this by user level. So in the admin, in the calling policy, the admin can set, okay, I want my users to be able to set this themselves, or I want to set this from the admin side. So that's basically, let's say, the rough explanation for the calling policy. But it's a little bit deeper. But I think as an admin, once you go into the Teams admin center, there are other options you can explore, like the call forwarding, simultaneous ringing, and stuff like that. So that's basically just a short brief for the calling policy.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for that. So I want to ask, at what point do we have VoIP, which is voice over IP, comes in here? And also, is there any licensing prerequisites to each features which you are trying to achieve with using the calling policies? Can you just throw some more into light about it?
Okay, so basically, for the PSTN calling, which is controlled and managed by Microsoft, so we have two type: the calling plan, which is the Teams full standard. Those are the two license. So the Teams full standard gives you access to uh, assign phone numbers to users. The users will be able to receive incoming calls, but not make outbound calls, which is the Teams phone standard license. While the Teams phone standard with calling plan gives you the option to make outbound calls and receive inbound calls. So those are the two basic licenses. So for an organization that do not want users to make outbound calls, they do not have any business calling outside world, they can have the Teams phone standards, get the numbers assigned to users, then they receive inbound calls. But for organizations that make outbound calls, so they can decide to add the calling features. And mind you, for the calling features, you might need the communication credits or the pay as you go. So that is where the call will be charged from. So there's no license. The is not charged with the license. But though you get 120 minutes, free minutes once you acquire the calling plan. So once you have the calling plan assigned, a pool of 120 minutes is given to the tenant, which you use from. So when it's exhausted, you have to top up from your credit card, of course. So that's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually very amazing, right? So let me go to the next question, right? So I think this will be the second to the last question, so that I want to make it short, right?
All right.
So when it, like meetings, like during meetings, how do we try to like easily troubleshoot meetings or that are ongoing? That means you're having some maybe microphone issue, maybe on the way to share videos. Like, how do you tend to troubleshoot meetings that are ongoing
Okay.
without any
So
trouble? Yeah.
all right. So basically, Microsoft is developing every day, as you know. So there's an option to troubleshoot calling issues uh, when a meeting is currently going on, or video, audio issues. So if what I think most people admins don't know about this, but as we are on this meeting now, there's an option called settings. So once you click on settings in the meeting or meeting info, once you click on meeting info, it gives you some information about the meeting. That's one. Then two, if you click on settings, you see call health. So the call health under the settings gives you the option to see how your audio is doing, your video is doing. If you are sharing screen, you can see how that is doing as well. So you can see view more screen sharing data. So you can also check what is going on. So if you look at this meeting now, let's say if you play around yours, it's updates every 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds, you get to see, okay, what has happened within the last 15 seconds. So you can check your data packet loss on that same meeting and how far you are receiving and sending out packets from the same meeting. So if you have some hardware issues, this will, it will give you an indication. Mind you, as an admin, if you are not in the meeting, you can also check this information from the Teams admin center. So in the Teams Admin Center, there is something we call recent meetings, which is the live one, then past meetings. Under recent meetings, you see the option where it's going to show you in progress. So I'm going to share my screen once more just to break this down so the admin can see. So if you see my screen now, so I have a meeting ongoing currently. So you see past meetings, recent. So if you go like this, you see in progress. So basically, if I have any issues with this meeting, I can come here and click on the meeting ID. Then I can see what is going on in progress, who is in the meeting, how the audio is being passed, how is it going out, everything. I can see it from here. So this is how you troubleshoot an ongoing meeting as an admin. So you just click on one of the user, then from there you can see what is going on within that meeting. So basically this then past meetings is down here, but a recent meeting, ongoing meeting, you get to see it here. This was not available a couple of years before, but now we can now do this as an admin. So you don't have to troubleshoot a meeting in past. You can have data real time.
Okay, that's actually very great stuff to for us to know, right? So let's just take the last question, right? The last question is going to be, can you provide some tips for end users, right, on how they can, or can you give us common issues that happen that happens to end users and how fast and how easy they can troubleshoot to fix the issue within Teams?
Okay. Well, the end user are the most important people for any product. So if the end user cannot use your product is as good as nothing. So basically, for end users, before you run to your admin, before you raise a request, you can just if you're having calling issues, maybe lagging issue, video issue, the first point of contact is quit your teams. So once you quit Teams, it refreshes its system, then it loads up a fresh section for Teams. But quitting of Teams, if that doesn't solve the issue, sometimes some cache do not go away when you quit Teams. So you have to either the classic Teams, which will be going away March 31st. What we do basically is clear the Teams cache. We log into your Windows, then let me just share my screen and show you how that is done.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to mention that. So I think you have to show us how to create teams and
Yes.
also. So I think it's at the bottom right, if I'm correct.
Yeah, basically, if you can see my screen, I have my Teams open here. So if you want to quit Teams, I think that's on my other screen. Okay, just hold on a bit. Let me share the main screen. So I'm sharing this now. Okay, I think you can see my screen now. So first of
Yes.
all, quitting Teams, you can come here, right click on Teams, then quit Teams. So once you do this, Teams automatically refresh, clears all temporary cache data, and it loads up your new profile faster. So you can also do if for admins, admin can collect support logs file if you are reading a request with Microsoft. So for admin, you can do this, collect log file. But for end users, yours is just to quit Teams in the first place. Then from there, you can review your Teams, let it load. Uh, Most of the time, it fixes 50 to 60% of the issue. Just reload Teams and everything should be fine. But if you reload Teams, it's still not working, then you go to the next stage, clearing of the old Teams cache data. So there's a documentation for that also. I think we'll just add that in this video description so admins and end users can also use this. So if you look at my screen here, so you see clear Teams cache data. So for Windows, all is in the description here. You just need to copy this, then click on your file explorer. So once you paste this, this folder might not be here, but I think I have this on a different PC. Yes, this is not here because this is to clear Teams cache for classic Teams. For the new Teams, you won't see that folder because the file path is now changed by Microsoft. So for the new teams, this is the new way of clearing the cache by resetting the app itself. So once you do an app reset, then the cache is automatically cleared and you can rebuild the team's app again. So I'll just run through that so we can just have like a brief idea how this works. So as described, go to settings. So you click on apps, then click on installed apps. Then we can just scroll down to Microsoft Teams. Here, this is Microsoft Teams for work. Yes. So once you see this, click on advanced option. So here you see the reset app. So once you click on this reset, it clears out all the cache data for Teams, any temporary file errors on Teams. It rebuilds it so like a fresh new Teams. So once you sign in, it loads the all recent files from Microsoft Teams servers to your Teams. So any pending voice, maybe slowness, lagging of Teams, this clears it. So for end users, so you can do this, either you reset the new Teams or you quit Teams, then relaunch. These two basically fix most of your issues. But if it's more than this, I advise you contact your admin to take it from there. I think that should help the end users for Teams.
Correct. So, Sas, thank you so much for this, for this knowledge which you shared for us. So, and thank you for coming for today's session. We hope to see you in the future, right? Give us more uh, knowledge and more updates about it. Right. Hello everyone. So we've come to the end of this question and answer. But probably in the future we can have invite us again to give us more insight and more tips about teams, right? And I believe we have one because as Teams Classic will be I think depreciated by March ending, right? If I'm correct,
Yeah,
Osas?
March 31st.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much sure people will have challenges presenting new teams. Probably would I'll create a session as regards the new teams because I know new teams are some. I think I've used it and I think I used to express some a little bit of maybe for instance, maybe I'm trying to call someone and the person my call will be late. That means as I'm speaking, the person will not hear my voice. Maybe after some time, it's regulate. So I believe before then, all of these latches will be resolved, right? So, and if not resolved, I believe as we have some good workarounds for us to be able to share with us in terms of fixing those kind of issue, right? So thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe. And catch you guys on my next episode. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you.